Welcome back, guys. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Well, welcome back to Level Up Podcast. We're still here.
And it is October.
Yeah.
Is it October?
No, it's not yet. It's about to be.
It is close to being October, and it's cool that we're podcasting. You can kind of reminisce on the past a little bit, because I don't know if you remember the first time we were talking about the Mets. Mm-hmm. What our predictions were.
I remember. What did we say?
Well, all right. So I predicted the Mets to have over 90 wins, 95
to get to the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm not that far off. I think they need to get, my opinion, they have to get to 90.
Yeah.
They can't at least. They can't lose any games now. It's just so close.
So on my count, right? there's 1, 2, 3, 4 games for Atlanta, and then 3 games with Milwaukee. So that's 7, right? 7 games left. Is that?
No. Right now, there's only 5 games. 2 of them got postponed.
Right.
So because it was the rain delay, which was kind of it kind of messed up the whole schedule.
There's a hurricane going on right now.
Yeah. They pushed it back.
Okay.
So they're going to play the Milwaukee series. If the Mets win this series and if the Braves win this series, then they'll play the Atlanta series. But if, let's just say, for example, Atlanta loses the series that they're playing against the Kansas City Royals, and the Mets lose the series against Milwaukee, which there's a possibility.
Yeah.
They don't have to play. Then Atlanta goes. But you could say the opposite with the Mets as well.
Okay.
The Mets are in control. They're 1 game ahead.
Okay.
But Milwaukee, is a pretty tough place to play.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping we can get 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And and then play Atlanta.
Yeah. So tonight they have Manaea pitching tonight.
Yeah.
I feel pretty happy about.
Yeah. But just to backtrack a little bit, I predicted 95 wins. Not that off, right? Because that's only like
they're at 87 right now.
Yeah, that was plus 5 set, plus or minus 5, 7, maybe 12.
Yeah.
No,
they're in a hard division. They needed it.
Yeah, they needed it. Philadelphia, we always thought was going to be one of the tops. Atlanta dealt with injuries, but they're always there, which is crazy.
At the beginning of the season, I think I predicted that Atlanta would win the division, and then maybe the Phillies would be the wild card. Then they'd be competing with them for the wild card. Yeah. But it turns out the Phillies. They had an amazing season, all credits to them, hats off to them.
And I think one of the big things I referenced was who's going to be the captain, right? Yeah. I totally got that wrong. This year was a phenomenal performance from Francisco Lindor. Mm-hmm. I was like, Lindor, we know that he can't do it. Who's going to do that? Is it going to be Nimmo, Alvarez, but
or Alonso.
I have to, Alonso. I have to say that I was wrong with that one. Lindor is having probably one of his best seasons right now. He's
been the most consistent rock that they had. You know what I mean? Throughout the whole season, he's been hitting. Yeah. And it's so great to see. He took it to a whole nother level. He bumped himself all the way to the top of the lineup. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to just kind of be more of a role player kind of hitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But. And one of the things I was really hoping was for the Francisco Alvarez to have a breakout season. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the biggest season we were anticipating, but the last 5 to 10 games he's been slugging it at the right time. Yep. So I'm happy about that. It's been a good season.
It's been great. I mean, it didn't start great. You know what I mean?
Bro, they were 10, 15. I think they were 12 games under 500.
They were out. They were very close to being out. Or very far behind, but then they had that nice stretch in June and July. Mm-hmm. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Alonso, he's his contract is up this year. I don't know if you saw the standing ovation he got.
Oh really?
I think it was because it was the last home game. It was the last home game that he was playing, and then the ump. I don't know if you saw if you read anything about it or saw anything, but the ump was like, "Hey, are you gonna tip your hat or something?" And he's like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me," and he tipped his hat. He's like, "I'll give you some time." The umpire, and I didn't see that game live. I think it was against the Phillies, the last game against the Phillies. But just reading about it, I thought it was really cool, and the fans gave him all the credit, and I really hope they sign him again this off season. But we'll see. You never know. But he's definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the second highest home run leader.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just with this Mets team, it was kind of now that the pitching is good.
Well,
the pitching has performed better than what a lot of people were anticipating without Kodai Zenga.
He played one game. And that was, you know what I mean? You can't make that shit up, man.
You got Luis Severino. Had the same similar situation with like Pete Alonso. But he outperformed. You know what I mean? So he's gonna want like a mega contract. I think so. You know,
I mean, I think he deserves it.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I'm hoping he can have it. The Mets, you know, they just need that, like that Jacob deGrom, you know what I mean? Like that one punch. But going forward, like I think the Mets have to rely on that bullpen.
I mean, that's what's really been, you know, saving them so far. Like it's just consistent, like, you know, decent play from the bullpen. And like the starters have been, you know, been doing decent as well. Like they haven't been giving up 1,000 runs.
And you also have to remember that the Padres are also playing against, you know, a tougher opponent, and the Padres are playing, I believe, the Diamondbacks. Let me just check.
Really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Let me check the schedule real quick.
Okay,
let me check the scores. Okay. Oh wow.
Let's do it.
Ooh, Padres against the Diamondbacks. Dude, I can see the Padres beating the Diamondbacks and the Braves and the Mets make it to the playoffs. There is that possibility as well.
You're right,
because there's 3 that go in. It's the Padres, it's the Diamondbacks, and there's another team who's right in front of us. It's not the Brewers. Let's go to standings real quick.
I think it's Padres, Mets, Diamondbacks. No.
Yeah, it is the Diamondbacks. Yeah.
Look at the let's look at the playoff bracket or the wild card. Here we go. So Padres clinched already. They clinched playoff, they clinched a wild card berth. So 2 spots are open. That's it. The Mets are in second place right now, just because of the higher percentage. And the Diamondbacks are in third spot right now. And the Braves are only 1 game behind the Mets. So it's really close.
It is very close.
It's going to be between these 3 teams. Like,
if the Mets win today, they're 2 games in front. Actually, no, a game and a half in front of
This feels like a must-win tonight.
It is a must-win throughout the series. They can't lose. And Milwaukee is not a bad team. Luckily for them, I'm pretty sure they clinch, so they don't have to worry.
Milwaukee? Okay.
No, did they clinch? I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure that it's close. So it's definitely playoff atmosphere right now. I'm super excited. Not a lot of people thought of us being in this position right now. So it's nice to know that Steve Cohen, he promised us that, you know, we would make the playoffs. It's nice to know that, you know, it's coming into fruition a little bit.
I mean, we'll see. They definitely. It was nice to see, especially going to the trade deadline, all the moves that they made and stuff. But most importantly, it was bringing up Iglesias and Vientos. You know what I mean? And also the likes of Tyrone Taylor. You know what I mean? Those guys, oh my gosh, they brought so much energy to the team, and like I think it revitalized them to the point where like they're in the position because like there's these guys and they're hungry and they want to show that they can play like ball well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what we think about right now. We're super excited for the game for tonight. Maybe we'll have another podcast a little sooner talking about kind of the end of our season and what we thought about it. But for right now, we're in
OMG.
We're in the thick of it right now. You know what I mean? It's exactly where we want to be. So we just gotta kind of witness it, right?
I'm kind of just in the point where like I don't want to let myself get too happy because it's not solidified yet. It's so close. It's going to go down to the very last game.
And what we know about baseball is it's not necessarily the best team throughout the whole year. It's about who's hot at the right time. You know what I mean? And it looks
that goes for other sports as well.
You know? And it looks like with the wild card race, it's anybody's game. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you listening and give us a like.
Thank you guys.
All right. Have a good one.